You have the perfect setup. The RSI is overbought. The price hit the supply zone, and your strategy says, sell. But you hesitate. You watch the candle drop without you. Then, out of pure frustration, you jump in late, only for the market to reverse and hit your stop loss. If this feels like a personal attack, it's because your brain is wired to fail at trading. We are biological creatures trying to survive in a mathematical environment. Your brain wants safety, comfort, and predictability. The market offers none of those. Today, we are killing that old wiring. We are distilling the life's work of the legendary Mark Douglas into 15 pillars of mental mastery. By the end of this video, you won't just trade better. You will think differently. Let's descend into the zone. Pillar 1. The casino edge, probabilities. Most traders treat every single trade like a life or death court case. They need to be right. They feel like a genius when they win and a failure when they lose. But Mark Douglas taught us that certainty is an illusion. Think like a casino. Casino doesn't panic when one player hits a jackpot. They don't change the rules of the game just because they lost a hand of blackjack. Why? Because they know their edge plays out over 1,000 spins, not one. In trading, a 60% win rate means out of 10 trades, 4 must be losers. You don't know which 4. Could be the first 4 or the last 4. When you stop trying to predict the next trade and start managing a series of trades, your heart rate drops. You aren't a prophet, you're a statistician. Professionalism is the ability to accept a loss with the same emotional neutrality as a win. Pillar 2. The unique moment. The biggest lie your brain tells you is, this setup looks exactly like the one yesterday. This is the association trap. Your brain sees a head and shoulders pattern and remembers the $500 you made last week, so you double your position size. Douglas's rule. Every moment in the market is unique. The thousands of people trading right now are not the same people who traded yesterday. Their fear, their greed, and their bank accounts are different. One big bank or one emotional whale can move the market against your perfect setup in a second. If you expect the market to repeat itself perfectly, you are setting yourself up for betrayal. When you accept that anything can happen, you stop being surprised by losses. You stop being a victim. You start treating every trade as an independent event. Pillar 3. The cost of admission. Imagine opening a restaurant. You have to pay for electricity, rent, and ingredients. You don't cry when the electric bill comes. It's the cost of doing business. It is an expected expense required to generate revenue. In trading, your stop loss is your electric bill. It is not a mistake. It is not a failure of your intelligence. It is the fee you pay to see if your edge will work in this specific, unique moment. Most traders die because they try to save money by moving their stop loss or trading without one. They end up burning the whole restaurant down to save on the electric bill. Pre-accept the risk, pay the fee, and move to the next trade. If you can't accept the loss before you click buy, you aren't trading. You're gambling with your rent money. Pillar 4. The gap between analysis and execution. Have you ever analyzed the market perfectly, predicted the move, but failed to pull the trigger? That is the analysis paradox. You think more information will give you more certainty. It won't. Market analysis and market execution are two different skills. You can be the best analyst in the world and still be a broke trader. Why? Because analysis is about the past, but execution is about the future. Discipline is the bridge. Mark Douglas taught that you don't need to know what will happen next to make money. You only need to know that your edge is present. If the criteria are met, the click must be automatic. Hesitation is the sound of a trader who doesn't trust their math. Pillar 5. Revenge trading is brain hijacking. When you take a stingy loss, your amygdala, the lizard part of your brain, takes over. Triggers a fight or flight response. Since you can't run away from a digital chart, you fight. You want to get it back. This is revenge trading, and it is the fastest way to blow a funded account. Mark Douglas warned that the market is not your father, your boss, or your enemy. It is a mirror. If you are angry at the market, you are actually angry at your own lack of discipline. The fix? The 3-loss circuit breaker. If you lose 3 times in a row, your brain is no longer capable of logic. You are in a chemical state of distress. Close the laptop. Walk away. The market will be there tomorrow. Your capital might not be. Pillar 6. The P&L obsession. If you are staring at the floating profit/loss window while a trade is open, you have already lost. You are watching your net worth fluctuate in real time, which triggers a chemical cocktail of dopamine and cortisol. Watching the numbers flicker triggers greed when it's green and fear when it's red. It forces you to close winners too early because you're scared of losing the unrealized profit, and it makes you hold losers too long because you're hoping for a turnaround. The professional rule: set your entry, set your stop, set your take profit, and hide the P&L. If you can't leave the screen, you haven't accepted the risk. Trust the trade, not the flickering digits. Pillar 7. The illusion of control. Human beings crave control. We like to think that if we study hard enough, we can master the market. But you cannot control the market. You can only control your reaction to it. Most traders try to control the market by adding more indicators, more news feeds, and more confirmations. They think, if I have 10 indicators saying buy, it must go up. This is a lie. The market can ignore every indicator on your screen. The only thing you truly control is your position size and your exit. Success comes the moment you give up the need to be right and embrace the need to be disciplined. Pillar 8. Identity over strategy. You don't trade the markets. You trade your beliefs. If you grew up believing money is hard to earn, or rich people are greedy, you will subconsciously sabotage yourself. When you make $1,000 in 10 minutes, your subconscious brain feels like a thief because you didn't work hard for it. You'll find a way to give it back to the market by overtrading or taking a hero trade. To win, you must adopt the identity of a professional. A professional doesn't hope for a win. A professional executes a plan. Stop asking, how much can I make today? And start asking, how well can I follow my rules? The money is just a byproduct of the person you become. You are building a business, not playing a game.
Pillar 9. The neutral mindset. Mark Douglas emphasized that the best traders are neutral. A win doesn't make them high, and a loss doesn't make them low. Why? Because they know that a single trade is irrelevant. If you are celebrating a win like you just won the lottery, you are admitting that you didn't expect to win. If you are depressed over a loss, you are admitting that you didn't expect to lose. Both emotions prove that you aren't thinking in probabilities. The professional mindset is one of carefree objectivity. You are simply a witness to price action. You follow the rules, you see the result, and you move on. Pillar 10. Accepting the risk. There is a massive difference between thinking, you accept the risk, and actually accepting it. If you feel a ping of anxiety when you click buy, you haven't accepted the risk. If you check your phone every 5 minutes to see where the price is, you haven't accepted the risk. Real acceptance means being 100% okay with the money leaving your account the moment you open the trade. If that thought scares you, your position size is too big. Lower your lot size until you can sleep while a trade is open. That is your comfort zone, and that is where you will make your best decisions. Pillar 11. The 5 fundamental truths. To master the zone, you must burn these 5 truths into your subconscious. Anything can happen. No matter how good the setup is, a random event can ruin it. You don't need to know what is going to happen next to make money. You only need to know that your edge has a higher probability of one outcome over another. There is a random distribution between wins and losses for any given set of variables. You cannot predict the order of your wins and losses. An edge is nothing more than an indication of a higher probability of one thing happening over another. It is not a guarantee. Every moment in the market is unique. No 2 moments are identical. Pillar 12. The danger of euphoria. We talk a lot about fear, but euphoria is just as dangerous. After a 5-trade winning streak, you feel invincible. You feel like you've solved the market. This is when you start breaking rules. You skip the stop loss because I'm on a roll. You double the lot size because I can't lose. Overconfidence is the precursor to a massive drawdown. The market doesn't care about your winning streak. The next trade is still a 50-50 event. Stay humble, or the market will do it for you. Pillar 13. The market owes you nothing. You can study for 10,000 hours, have the best equipment, and be the most deserving person in the world, and the market will still take your money. The market is not a meritocracy. It doesn't care about your bills, your family, or your effort. It is simply a flow of orders. When you stop expecting the market to reward you for your hard work, you stop feeling betrayed. You stop taking losses personally. You start responding to what is actually happening on the chart, not what you wish was happening. Pillar 14, the mirror of self-awareness. Trading is the ultimate mirror. It exposes your greed, your impatience, and your lack of self-trust. But that is the beauty of it. Most people spend their lives hiding from their flaws. A trader is forced to face them every single day at 9:30 a.m. Every mistake is a data point. Every emotional outburst is a lesson. If you want to change your bank account, you must change your character. You are the system. If you aren't consistent, your strategy won't be either. Pillar 15, the freedom of discipline. People think discipline is a cage, but in trading, discipline is freedom. It is the only thing that protects you from yourself. When you have a set of rules that you follow 100% of the time, the stress disappears. You no longer have to decide what to do. The plan decides for you. You don't have to worry about losing everything because your risk management won't allow it. Discipline turns a chaotic gamble into a boring, predictable business. And in trading, boring is where the money is. The outro, the mirror test. Trading is a journey of personal growth, disguised as a way to make money. If you are ready to stop being a gambler and start being a casino, comment, "I am the edge" below. It lets the algorithm know you're part of the 5% who actually finish the work. I'm Psychology of Profit. Trade the plan, trust the math, and stay in the zone. See you in the next one.